What's up guys, Tom here, and welcome back to another episode of FIFA 16 Bournemouth Career Mode. Today I've got 4 games to show you, including Liverpool, Burnley in the Cup, West Ham, and an absolute cracker against Leicester. Let's get into the video then. What's up guys, Tom here, and welcome back to another episode of FIFA 16 Bournemouth Career Mode. Today, we've got a game against Liverpool, and it all started off quite well when Wilson was played through on goal, managed to slide it under the keeper and made it 1-0 to Bournemouth, away from home at Liverpool. And a very good goal it was, to slot it under Mignolet's legs, making it 1-0. Second goal came in the 47th minute, but it was to Liverpool, and they managed to get an equaliser as Milner played it so hard into the keeper's hands that he could not save it from palming it into his own net. But it will count as Milner's goal, as it was on target when he played the shot, making it 1-1. That was that actually until the 92nd minute. Klein whipped the ball in, Lallana jumped up for it, the keeper could just palm it down. Went to throw it out and Skirtle tackled him, but he managed to get it away, and that was it. That was all she wrote. That was 1-1, a very, very, very good result away from home at Anfield against Liverpool. Now we have a bit of training, and we've got a DFFCA, very inconsistent there, with headers and volleys, keep possession, beat your man from the 3, getting Ds and Fs, and C and A from Mings and Allsop's doing quite well. Jordan Lee's going to go out on loan to Yeovil. He's put about a 4th player to go out on loan to Yeovil, but I'm not complaining. Now we've got a game against West Ham at the Bowling Ground, another away game, 2 games in a row. It all started off quite well this one, as Richie in the 19th minute played through Gradle. Wilson tried to turn his man, he couldn't, but then he did, and he just slotted it from outside the box into the bottom left-hand corner to make it 1-0. And we were loving life in the Premiership. Managed to draw at Liverpool. Okay, we lost to Villa, but we're beating West Ham. These are a good team that we should probably be drawing against, or possibly even losing, but we're not. We're winning. Straight off kickoff actually, not much happened until we got the ball again and managed to hit him on the counter. And when Wilson was played through from Gradle, Wilson managed to turn his man, take a shot, it was saved, but then the rebound managed to loop over the keeper to make it 2-0 in the 24th minute. And we're 2-0 up at the Bowling Ground against West Ham. All you Irons out there are probably going to be very disappointed with how the team are playing. We're just dominating you the whole game. And that was that actually, until the 93rd minute. Antonio played through, hit the crossbar, Francis went to clear and hit it off the crossbar, and we were a bit worried there that we weren't going to concede, where Payet could only put it wide on the volley. That was full time. And we'd won our first game in the Premiership, and a good win it was too, 2-0. Bailey Cargill was going to go out on a 1-year loan to MK Dons, 62 rated 20. He could be very, very, very good in the future. Another training, FFDBB. Again, very inconsistent, but Mings and Allsop still doing very, very well. I always had to look up a couple of right midfielders because I felt we were lacking in there, and Atsu was going to leave at the end of the season anyway. We had to look at Jonathan Biabiani, surely for the pace. We also had to look at Andros Townsend, who was more of a likely person to come to the club, as he is still quite young, 24, and he's very fast, very good at dribbling. He's got pretty good shot power as well. As you can see, Biabiani didn't want to join, but Townsend's 6 million. We offered 3, hoping that maybe they'd accept that. They didn't. So we had a look and to reintegrate the offer. So we put an offer in at 4 million. And you'll see later whether that goes through. Next we have a game away from home in the Cup against Burnley. Now, we're going to play a slightly weaker team for this game, as it was a cup game, and I'm not too worried about the Capital One Cup this season. I feel like it's more of a time to get my youngsters out to have a go. All started off quite badly actually when Marnie managed to pick up the ball one-on-one with the keeper and just slot it into the right-hand side of the net, making it 1-0 to Burnley. We were at Turf Moor, so it was always going to be a tough game against newly relegated sides. But in the 46th minute, Ranty went for the shot, and he just absolutely threw him on the ground, and we got a penalty from it. A penalty that Lee Tomlin would take, and that Lee Tomlin would score, making it 1-1 and giving us a lifeline in this game. So maybe, you never know, go all the way in this competition. You just don't know. Obviously we need to win this game first. And at the moment, you can't really tell either way. We've got the momentum, but I would say they're playing better from what I've seen. Heading into the 72nd minute now, Gray picked up on the left-hand side, playing it in for Vokes. Vokes played it back out for Gray. Gray whipped a perler into the box. And Boyd just came in and hit it on the half volley. And Boric had no chance. Was it Boric or was it Allsop? I can't remember. I think it was Allsop. Had no chance of saving that. And that was that, and we were out of the cup. We were out of the Capital One Cup, and our second loss in the series puts us out in one of the major tournaments. I wasn't too worried about this though, as we did play a weaker team, and I didn't really think it was a competition that we had to win. Spurs came back and said they wanted 6, so we put offer at 4.5, and they did accept that. 35k a week, crucial first team player, 3 years, and we submitted the offer. Because he did accept the contract, and we made another signing this career mode. And now he wasn't going to be a starter, and we had Atsu out on the right, sorry. And he was going to start this season, but you never know. Townsend may just push into the side. Now we have a game against Leicester, and before we play this game, I'm just going to tell you, it was a cracker. It took until the 62nd minute to get the first goal. When it did, it was Richie who got it, played it into the box, and Francis came in. Played it out for Tomlin. Tomlin won it, gave it to Distan. Distan had the shot. Fell to Francis on the turn into the near post. What a wonderful finish. He beat the keeper, he beat the post, and he was shushing the camera to make it 1-0 to Bournemouth at Dean Court in a game that we really had to win if we wanted to get our mid-table promises. Or hopes. Ambitions, I suppose you could say. I actually really enjoyed watching the replays of this, just to see how he hit it on the turn and still managed to beat Kasper Schmeichel to make it 1-0. I just had to watch all the replays just because it was such a very, very, very good goal. And that was Simon Francis' first goal of the season. Second goal came in the 70th minute, and Dyer picked it up on the right hand side. Managed to beat Distan, managed to put the ball into the box. You never thought it was going to go in, but then Boric just kind of flicked it into his own net. And it ended up being an own goal in the end, I think. Yeah, because it wasn't on target. Yeah, it was an Artur Boric own goal. 79th minute now, Okazaki picked it up on the left hand side, beat 1 man, beat 2 men, beat 3 men, played it through. Dyer couldn't save, Boric saved it, but then Dyer could just have an easy header, making it 2-1 to Leicester. And we were 1-0 up, and we've let another lead slip. Not much happened until about a couple of minutes after, actually, when Richie picked up in the middle of the box, beat his man, couldn't shoot. Bazoa picked it up, couldn't score, and then Bazoa, with the rebound, getting his first goal in the Premiership. But I think that's his 4th goal in all competitions so far, including friendlies. It's a good header as well. He's not a man that I bought with the intention of scoring headed goals, but that goal was just a very, very, very good anticipation goal. In the 93rd minute, Lee Tomlin picked it up, and that was full time. 2-2, though, in the Premiership, and that was a very good result. But I was disappointed that we couldn't get all 3 points, bearing in mind we had the lead, and we had 12 shots in that game. Another training session now, CAFCD, a bit better. The 2 people that I expected to do really well in Mings and Allsop didn't perform. However, Allsop did move up to a 64 and started to push himself more up to the next point. Now we had a bit of transfer deadline day. I kind of just sped through this. This wasn't really a necessary thing to see. Joe quickly went out on loan to Dagenham and Redbridge. That was really all that happened. Now moving into 3, 2, 1, 0. That was transfer deadline day done. And nothing really happened other than Joe Quigley going out on loan. 104 million was spent. None of it was by us on this transfer deadline day. Have a look at the squad report here. You can see Boric has gone down a bit. I'll just tell you all the people that have gone up in ratings. Cook's gone up by 1. Distan's gone down by 1. Mings has gone up by 1. Arthur stayed the same. Bazoa stayed the same. Richie stayed the same. Atsu's gone up by 1. Wilson's gone up by 1. Gradle stayed the same. Cornet stayed the same. Tar's gone up by 1. Rico stayed the same. Pugh stayed the same. Francis gone up by 1. Goslin up by 1. Murray stayed the same. Ranty up by 1. Allsop up by 1. O'Kane up by 1. Townsend stayed the same. O'Kane up by 1, sorry again. Bennett up by 1. Costa stayed the same. Stanislas stayed the same. Josh King went up by 1. Elphick up by 1. Tomlin up by 1. Sermon up by 1. Daniels down by 1. Federici stayed the same. People on loan, Elliot Ward stayed the same. Stockley up by 1. Fraser up by 1. Wakefield up by 1. Cornick up by 1. Butcher up by 1. You can see how many people have actually gone out on loan to Yo-Yo. Jordan Lee stayed the same. Bailey Cargill stayed the same. Joe Quigley stayed the same. But it has been another episode, so bye for now.